The briefing and analysis on yesterday's commotion brought together the international community and development partners. During the update, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Professor David Francis, said the deadly unrest took place in the north, northwest, and the western area parts of the country. The minister says 5 police officers and 6 civilians were killed, with government buses, police stations, and other properties vandalized. However, a preliminary report by the Sierra Leone police released today, 11th August 2022, reveals a total of 4 police officers were killed nationwide instead of 5 as announced by the foreign minister, and 113 suspects arrested, but no account for civilian death toll from the protest.
The Sierra Leone police force encouraged them to disperse. However, taking advantage of the professionalism of the police, the terrorists, in the guise of protesters, became violent and chanted for the removal of His Excellency, the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, democratically and constitutionally elected. But you don't have to be Albert Einstein to know that politically, Freetown, the North and the Northwest are the strongholds of the opposition APC Party. And the APC Party is on record that they will make Sierra Leone ungovernable. Your Excellencies, you are aware that the opposition APC media groups and social media groups, including senior APC officers, councillors and MPs, have been active on social media, openly supporting this so-called demonstration, calling on people to rise up against the government. I'm sure for those of you who are tuned with what is happening nationally, you are aware of the hate speech or speeches by opposition APC senior leaders based on ethnic and tribal bigotry.
The British High Commissioner, Lisa Chesney, expressed condolences to families of the security personnel and innocent civilians who lost their lives during the unrest. She cited that the economic hardship is a global problem affecting the UK also. But she believes, even in difficult times, people have the right to street protest, but peacefully, she emphasized. However, the British High Commissioner had concern over accusation of the main opposition APC.
There is no room for violence to bring about change, and that is absolutely clear. And I think the second comment, enforcement is absolutely key, of course, when violence takes place. We would urge that that is carried out responsibly, calmly and proportionately. And I do want to raise a concern, and I'd be very interested to get a comment on this. I was concerned to hear already on social media channels and radio talk of accusations against opposition figures before arrests or the normal legal process has happened, and I am concerned that that will inflame things, so I'd welcome.
The U.S. Ambassador to Sierra Leone, David Reimer, read a brief statement released by Washington, D.C. yesterday on the deadly anti-government protests in Sierra Leone.
We are gravely concerned by reports of violence surrounding today's demonstrations in Sierra Leone. We urge all parties to stay calm, promote accountability, and ensure respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. And so in that vein, I was very happy to hear your talk about de-escalation. Not everyone who demonstrated on January 6th was arrested or is an insurrectionist, just as not everyone here in Sierra Leone who protested yesterday is a terrorist. There's distinctions, and I think it would be helpful in lowering the tension to always keep that in mind.
Responding to concern of the British High Commissioner of accusing the main opposition APC Party, the Information Minister, Mohamed Rahman Suare, gives instances why the allegation was made.
In 2007, in a BBC interview, the former president, under whom my big brother and immediate predecessor, Honorable Abakar, did say in the BBC interview that if he did not win that election that year, he would make the country ungovernable. Straight in 2018, The last flag bearer of the APC also said on record, and I have that, I want to calculate here, he did say if he doesn't win the elections, he will cause all sorts of problems. More recently, he made very, very tribal statements. So all of this is systematic, it's a pattern. So people are making conclusions even before we get to where we are getting to.
Professor Francis is sad that Sierra Leone's shiny example of post-war peace building and reconstruction has been destroyed by yesterday's bloody protests, while emphasizing that the incident will be fully investigated and perpetrators will be brought to justice. The situation is now under control, but what has been done cannot be undone. Sierra Leone once again goes on record for the wrong reasons as atrocity looms the nation. Salifu Chernakamara, AYV News.